Okay, we are now officially recording. Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Mark Ross. Happy to be here and want to just talk with everybody about what's going on. Before we get into it though, we're going to do the intro like we always do. And we're going to talk about, for those of you who do not understand or are not up to speed on what SoftNotes are, what Tectum is all about, I'm going to give a quick rundown for everybody. This is so that you guys can always bring your guests. You can always bring people to this call anytime and count on the fact that we can give them a good rundown. And it's also for those of you that are listening to the recording, because there's a lot of you out there that are catching up. All righty, so let me go ahead and share the screen really quick. Like the new website. Everybody like the new website? I think it looks nice. It's really cool. I think they did a great job setting this thing up. As everyone can see, the new well, the soft cap had ended from the previous offer, and now we're at $3 during the pre-sale. So that is where we are. And for those of you who don't know, Tectum was founded pretty much in 2017 by Alexander Gusev and his team, which you guys can always go to tectum.io. I'm going to highlight that here, tectum.io. And you can learn all about it. If you click on about, you can go to our team, you can look at that stuff, but I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. Just realize that Tectum is currently the fastest blockchain in the world. If you compare it to Bitcoin at 7 transactions per second, approximately estimated, Ethereum around 25, Dogecoin 33. Always kind of cracked me up that Dogecoin's more than Ethereum, and more than Bitcoin. It's kind of funny. And then you go up the line here, Ripple 1500, Tron 2000, Solana 29,000. Phantom is probably what a lot of you might be most familiar with as the second fastest blockchain in the world. Tectum can do over 1 million transactions. And as a matter of fact, up to, at peak performance, 1.38 million. And that's without sharding. Keep that in mind. That's a very important thing, because there's another company, which I won't say, that actually says that they can do about up to 8 million transactions per second, but not without sharding. And so that's what sets us apart from any other blockchain, just from a blockchain perspective, which is always very unique. But what I'm going to talk to you guys about right now is our solution to what is really the biggest challenge to mass adoption. And I want to pull up real quick while I'm doing this. I'm looking for my SoftNotes. I usually have them standing by, but my computer reset on me. I hate when Windows does that. So I have to pull up these SoftNotes. Hold on just a second, guys. Pull up some examples here. Okay. Okay, I have them ready. So that's the first thing that I actually recognized about Tectum when I was first introduced to it. I was introduced, David actually introduced me to a programmer, and we were talking to him, and he was talking about what he thought was really the most incredible new project that was developing, that was the fastest blockchain in the world. So when we went and looked at the website, I was like, yeah, why not? I'm going to get some tokens. But folks, that was before I even learned about their flagship product, which is truly the solution to mass adoption of Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin, as we know, has become kind of a household name. Even people that don't own it have heard of Bitcoin. Almost everybody all over the world that watches the news or knows anything, isn't under a rock somewhere, knows about Bitcoin. And there are millions upon millions of Bitcoin holders now. Okay. So Bitcoin has become a phenomenon. Why? Well, it's because of blockchain. The blockchain, for those of you who may not know, the blockchain gave us a method, and in this case, a financial method that doesn't need banks, financial institutions, and other authorities to actually verify or regulate. It's a decentralized method of finance. And it actually, that's why they called Bitcoin a currency from the very beginning. Now, there's a lot of experts that say Bitcoin is no longer a currency, because it's just simply not practical. So now it's almost become this icon of the industry. People look to Bitcoin, unfortunately, more like an investment than anything else. And that's what was not intended when Satoshi Nakamoto actually brought out Bitcoin. And they all say it's kind of a mystery of who started Bitcoin, but it doesn't matter because nobody really owns Bitcoin, right? Except people who buy Bitcoin and have Bitcoin, right? But as far as there's no centralized ownership of Bitcoin. And that's why people really fell in love with it, because it can be trusted. You know, there's only so many Bitcoin in existence. There can never be more that are created. You can't fake a Bitcoin. The blockchain makes it so that it's impossible to actually create more Bitcoin on its blockchain. So it gives it that finite value. And if you can recall, for those of you who might know some history, the Federal Reserve, when they first came out with the US dollar, it was backed by gold, right? But then, of course, it wasn't necessarily practical, as gold was the universal currency of the world at one time. It's not practical to carry around these bags of gold coins everywhere, right? So the Federal Reserve came up with the idea of the Federal Reserve note, which was backed by gold, the value of gold. So they literally had notes that were representing gold, right? But we all know what eventually happened. They stopped backing it by gold and they started to just print it up. And it's pretty much backed by the value of speculation in the US economy and things like that, right? And I'm no expert on that, so I'm not going to sit here and explain that to you. But that's the idea that I have about our currency, the US dollar. It's no longer backed by something that's an actual asset. It's just backed by speculation and backed by the value of what people believe is our economy and things like that. So that's what we didn't want to happen to a currency. And that's why people are in love with the concept of blockchain, because it is this finite value. There can only be so many Bitcoin and never more, right? And so it brings back trust in a decentralized way, because no one can control it like that. No one can actually say, well, I'm just going to print up all the Bitcoin I want. And that's also something you need to understand about Bitcoin, is that because of mining and because of the network, it's become slow. So there's processing times, and there's also fees associated with that. The bigger the network gets, the more vast it becomes, the more expensive it becomes to actually get on the blockchain and actually transact Bitcoin as a currency. So these Bitcoin maximalists, if you haven't heard of them, what their goal is to make Bitcoin like the universal currency of the world. That's what they want. But the reason why that's been practically impossible is because it just doesn't make sense to go to the coffee shop and go into your local coffee shop and actually buy a cup of coffee with Bitcoin, because of the processing times and because of the fees, right? And so you can't go into the supermarket, for instance, and buy groceries and supermarket items with Bitcoin, because merchants out there aren't going to stand in line and let people process Bitcoin and take sometimes up to 30 minutes or longer just to process a transaction, right? Because of all the mining and because of how the I hear something out there. Hold on just a second. If you could mute yourself, I'm getting just a little bit of background noise. If you don't mind, please mute yourself. But so that's what has made Bitcoin impractical in terms of actually being a currency. And that's where the SoftNote comes in. This SoftNote we believe, has the potential to bring about true Bitcoin mass adoption, to actually make Bitcoin the currency it was meant to be. Okay, what you're looking at here, I'm going to enlarge it. On the right-hand side, you can see it has its own wallet address. On the left-hand side, it is its own serial number. So it's almost like, well, it's not almost like, it is a true, almost, I mean, it's like a Federal Reserve note, only it's backed by Bitcoin. It's the way Federal Reserve notes should be backed by gold. The SoftNote is backed by the value of the Bitcoin that you see before you. So this particular SoftNote guarantees its value, because we're now using the blockchain as simply a way to show its value. You can find this Bitcoin in this Bitcoin wallet address, and you can see that it has its exact value of 0.001, which in this case would be right around, what is it, 20 bucks, maybe $19.50 right now. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at Bitcoin today, but it's like 19,000 something. I'm going to mute out that guy for a second. Okay. So does that make sense? I hope everyone is realizing what this means, because when you mint and provide liquidity to a soft note, as you can see, it looks like a digital image, right? It's like an NFT, if you will. What you're able to do is you're able to send this digital image anywhere instantly. You can walk into a merchant, for instance, that wants to accept Bitcoin, and they will because of the soft note. And now you're going to be able to spend Bitcoin for free and instantly. So if you wanted to send Bitcoin through the soft note to your friend, and maybe say you're in Australia and your friend's in China, for instance, you could send it to them instantly without fees. And now that you can send, use, spend, transact Bitcoin without processing times and without fees, you can imagine the possibilities. That's what we're bringing to you right now. Now I'm going to pull up a few other examples of course, we will have different denominations. We now, and by the way, and this would be good. David, did you ever come up with a chart that actually shows us the exact denominations of the 100 bills that people can mint for just one Tectum token yet? Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
I should have gotten that ready.
I think Russell has something.
Okay, good. Is Russell with us tonight? If he's not, that's okay. But this will just show you that there's other examples of like denominations. And the denominations are flexible. I mean, we can make these denominations anything we want as the value of Bitcoin grows. Of course, as you know, Bitcoin is just under $20,000 a token right now. So if you had a Bitcoin soft note of 0.01, you're talking 1% of that, for instance, almost 20,000. So what you have is almost $200, right? Represented in Bitcoin on this particular soft note, which you could transact. I mean, you could use this as a kind of like a handover, if you will. We like to try to avoid the word transaction because we no longer need the blockchain in order to spend Bitcoin anymore. This is ironically what is going to make Bitcoin an actual currency again, like it was intended to be in the first place. And that's what's so incredible about this particular concept. Now, it doesn't just end with Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, on a call, they were mentioning that the next concept may be the Ethereum soft note. So if you look at the idea, I mean, we talk about all the fees, gas fees. I mean, Ethereum has become the most expensive and most difficult cryptocurrency really to use, and yet it's probably the most popular in terms of like NFT sales. If you go to Uniswap and do decentralized transactions on the Uniswap, it's mostly Ethereum, right? It's Ethereum based. And so this actually helps get rid of the gas fees and all the fees that are associated with Ethereum. It's incredible, the whole concept of that. We've also got, let me pull up another one here. Of course, there's the USDT stablecoin, which you can mint right now. So right now, as we speak, you can actually mint and provide liquidity to the USDT stable token through SoftNotes, as well as, of course, Bitcoin. And of course, it all begins with Bitcoin. So there's that. Now, to continue, just help you realize also another huge announcement. I'm going to do a search for Tectum on the coin market cap, and lo and behold, what do we have? We have Tectum showing up now. Folks, we are officially listed on the coin market cap. This is a big deal. It's a huge step in the direction of us being listed on the major exchanges. It lends us a tremendous amount of credibility when people can see your project actually listed on the coin market cap. So this is a really exciting time. And the two main announcements for this Monday are number one, our members are now able to mint and provide liquidity to SoftNotes. Now, as we speak, you can use the SoftNote bot to mint 100 SoftNote bills for just one Tectum token right now. That's our introductory offer because we want to get people using it. We want to get people to start getting into the action. It's so cool that this time has actually happened. It's so historic. So we have that going on. And keep in mind, for those of you who do not know, again, those of you who are new, if you were to provide liquidity to a SoftNote bill now and actually get a merchant to accept Bitcoin through the SoftNote, you can earn a percentage of each transaction as this SoftNote is out in circulation. So if you get a merchant out there who says, yeah, we want to receive Bitcoin. I mean, there's so many Bitcoin enthusiasts that own traditional businesses right now. And if you could go to them, many of which already own Bitcoin, and you ask them, what if there was a way for your customers to spend Bitcoin for free and instantly in your store? Would you be interested? And a lot of them are going to be like, heck yeah, how's that possible? What are you talking about? Because they know it's not practical right now. They know they can't cross, they know that Bitcoin cannot cross the retail boundary because of those problems, right? You introduce them to the SoftNote. And if you mint and provide liquidity to a SoftNote, you will earn 40% of that 1% merchant fee, that transaction fee that occurs every time a merchant accepts Bitcoin through the SoftNote. So you can get these SoftNotes out into circulation by purchasing things with them through merchants that will allow you to, or you can literally sell them for Bitcoin if you want to. By getting these out into circulation, then you have the ability to earn rewards in Bitcoin back to your Tectum wallet through the SoftNote, through actually getting the SoftNote out into circulation. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. You guys can really do the math just so you can get an idea. And I have to always say that when we talk about the token during pre-sale, I just highlighted this, it's currently $3. This is not financial advice. Okay, we're not selling to you. We are not trying to just sell this to you because, you know, that you were to look at it like an investment. This has a real use case. The Tectum token, its purpose is to mint and provide liquidity. Well, to mint SoftNote bills, right? But you will provide liquidity with your own Bitcoin. But right now it's $3. So in order to mint 100 SoftNote bills, right now it costs $3, which is unbelievably cheap, right? And that's why we think it's going to be able to go viral and get out into the community the way we want it to, so that people will start actually using it, using Bitcoin and USDT as an actual currency. It makes it practical to people, right? Until something is practical, you're not going to have mass adoption. But just so you know, again, not financial advice, but we plan on hitting the exchanges with our token, just like every other token in existence, okay? And there's a hard cap of only 10 million Tectum tokens in existence. That means there will never be more than 10 million tokens, more than 10 million Tectum tokens ever in existence. Realize that. Never more than 10 million. And the truth is, unlike any other token I've ever seen, before we hit the exchange, we will have our flagship product as we have now, and it's still continuing to develop more and more features. But we have a flagship product that is fully functional before we hit the exchanges. Okay, if you look at all of these other projects, for instance, most of which are not fully developed. Okay, Cardano, XRP, Solana, Polkadot, Polygon. I mean, these are still developing projects, Tron. And I believe that our flagship product will be fully developed when we know it will, before we hit the exchange. And when we hit the exchange, there will actually never be 10 million tokens in full circulation. Now, how do you see the value? Again, this is just pure speculation, not financial advice, but how do you see the value of a particular token? Well, the first thing you look at is its market cap. Okay, so if we were to take Polygon, for instance, it has a market cap of 7 billion, just over 7 billion. It also has a token supply, unlike ours, of 8.7 plus billion. So what you do is you take the 8.7 plus billion and you divide that into the 7 billion, which gives you a price of 80 cents per token. That's what you're looking at with an $8 billion market cap. So folks, you guys can do the math. You can see, you know, for instance, what would happen if we were to reach, you know, maybe somewhere in the top 100 or even the top 10 in terms of market cap. What would happen to the price of our token when we only have 10 million maximum in existence? That gives you just an idea of what you might think could be a particular, you know, an opportunity to own Tectum tokens during the pre-sale before we actually hit the exchanges. So hopefully all that makes sense. Let's go ahead and open this up. I'm going to stop my screen share and we're going to open this up for questions.
No,
A little
Mark,
bit of Q&A tonight.
Just before the questions, I just want to make an announcement. So we have officially onboarded several merchants with the company. Tonight we have a special announcement with one of our merchants that have signed on with us, and they are on this call this evening, and we want to introduce them and let them say hi to everybody.
Absolutely.
So I just don't have the name in front of me, but if you could unmute yourself and say hi to the crowd.
Yeah,
Ken, is
hello.
Ken there? Hey there. There he is.
I'm the merchant. My name's Inkba Mani. I'm based out of Minnesota, and I'm an artist. And I'll be working with you guys on exploring how art and digital art can kind of incorporate this as being a merchant.
Excellent.
Yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we brought on a few. He's an early merchant with us, and we thank you for believing in us and coming on board. And go ahead if you'd like. Just put your link in the group. This is the start to introduce yourself to everybody, so they can find you. It'll be listed on our website. We'll end up ultimately with a directory of all the merchants who are partners with Tectum, accepting the SoftNote, and people will be able to find those businesses by zip code. There'll be a map and everything. So we'll be building out a directory on the website as well. So congratulations. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yeah. He's kind of our official first merchant, right? I mean, for all practical purposes.
Actually, he's one of them. Brendan has onboarded somebody
right,
in
that's
Australia.
right. Yeah.
That was truly the official. But,
okay,
but
so
here,
Inkba,
here I'd say the U.S. in the
yeah,
U.S. he's the official.
He is, and Inkpa's also the first one to come out and actually introduce himself. So congratulations,
There you
Inkpa. Welcome
Yes,
to the
congrats.
Tectum family, and we're really looking forward to it. Again, folks, this is such a historical moment. And I will say, embarrassingly, I'm not able to bring out the SoftNote bot, but I believe we were talking to someone had mentioned earlier today in the team that there may be someone tonight that wants to do a quick demonstration of minting SoftNote bills through the bot. I'll admit that we just brought it out today and I'm not ready to do it, but is there anybody on the call that's ready to do it? Do you know, Dave?
Hey,
Folks,
Oliver,
I
is that
thought
something
that
you're
Alex
able
said
to do?
Andrew was going to be doing that this evening.
What was that, Ken?
I'm sorry, I was asking Oliver if he was able to do that.
He's asking if Oliver Martinez.
Oh,
Yeah, hello guys. I managed to mint about like a couple of hundreds of packets of SoftNote, but how do I share my screen?
oh. Dave, you're cutting out, buddy. We can't hear you.
Andrew. I'm muted out. That wasn't me.
Okay. Well, no. What happened was you were cutting out, like, you know, that little robotic noise you hear when someone's talking and they don't have a good connection. It was like all kind of muffled and weird. But in any case, so
Okay.
Oliver, you're asking how you can actually share. Basically, what I can do is I can give you permission to share. And there you go. Is that you sharing there, Oliver?
Yeah, let me
Okay, good.
Hold on, let me still getting the hang of it. Give me a second.
Yeah, no problem. No
So
problem.
can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go to the bot. Can you give me 1 second?
Yeah. It's kind of neat that one of our members is sharing this with us before we've had the opportunity to share it. I think that's actually pretty cool.
Give me a second.
That it really
Okay,
is.
so I'm gonna go to Tectum wallet. They're gonna ask me to log in. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I'm gonna log in. My ID. Asking me for my special PIN code that you get on your back office, but I know it by memory, so I'm gonna input it in. Is a 6 digits, and then my session will start. There go my session started. So I'm gonna go to action. I'm gonna go to mint.
Nice.
Go to mint. I'm gonna pick BTC. I'm gonna do green stripes.
Yep. Love it.
Green stripes are being loaded. Give me a second. There you go. So I just minted So a pack from the SoftNote IDs are from 6,193 to 6,292. Okay, so then I'm gonna go home, and then I'm gonna go to action. I'm gonna go to Mint House. I'm gonna go to emit. It's gonna I'm gonna start a new emit. So this is all these are all the pack that I have minted so far. As you can see, the first pack that I minted was from ID 2084 to 2183. It requires 0.0824 of a Bitcoin to fill the liquidity on that. I can go TRC USDT. So I'm gonna click on that, and it's gonna give me the denominations.
Now, were you able to ever figure out yet how to actually provide liquidity to individual soft notes? Have you done that yet?
Yeah, I can go to that step now. So these are my denomination for the USDT. So let's say I wanna do the dollar bill. I click on the dollar bill. Now it's asking me select. So I'm gonna select to admit, and give me 1 second.
Awesome. There you go.
Select two. I'm gonna select two and then accept. It's loading. I'm still playing with the robot. So you must at least have 9 TRC on your Tectum address to make this transaction. So let's also, if you want to check your balance of what you have on your back offer, you go to Tectum wallet. Wait, no, you can just go back here. Give me 1 second. Let's go.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna log in again. Logging in again.
It keeps saying enter next symbol. Is it because you put a symbol in there one at a time?
Yeah, because every time you put a symbol, you have to put the next symbol. You get a 6-digit code. So then I'm gonna go to let me see. Let's go to balance, and then I'm gonna go to cryptocurrency. And it will give you a balance of what's in your back office. So there you go. This is the first address. Is I have 15 TET remaining on my back office now, and I have the second address is my address for to deposit Bitcoin to my address, and then the third one is to add USDT, and then the fourth one is to add TRX. Once I make deposit on your address, then I can start filling liquidity to the SoftNote, and that's about it, guys.
Awesome, man. How did you get to do it? How did you know that?
Oliver, that was awesome, dude.
How in the world did you get to that?
I've been playing with the bot, and I've just been talking to Michael and just trying to just play with it and stuff like that.
Awesome job, man. We appreciate that. You know what, Dave, we got to send him some tokens for that one.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. That was incredible, bud. We might have to have him do an AMA call.
Why not? Free tokens for Oliver. Well done, brother.
Anytime, guys.
Oliver, you speak Spanish? Are you fluent in Spanish?
Yes, I'm bilingual. Yes.
Excellent.
Okay. I'm gonna keep you in mind here. If you're up for something, just let me know.
Awesome.
I think Mark Igpa was going to have a bit of a presentation with some of his art. Whenever,
go for it. Absolutely, and I just saw that from Ken. So yeah, go for it, Inkpa. Are you still with us, Inkpa?
Yeah, I am.
Bring it on, brother.
Cool. So just let me get this pulled up. I hope I can share. All right, I'm not able to share.
Okay, you should be. As it has permission. It says right now all participants have the ability to share right now. Are you not able to? If you click on that little share screen button, it should let you do it.
Yeah, the share button doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's very bizarre. I'm looking at advanced sharing options. It says all participants are allowed.
Yeah. Do you want me to share the screen and you tell me where to go?
Yeah, I think I
Okay.
emailed.
We could do that. That'll solve it. Hold on. Okay, we're sharing now. Where would you like me to go?
Did you get the email for the presentation?
Someone had sent me a telegram with a presentation. Hold on a second.
That's for me, Mark.
Yeah. I got it from you and from Russell. Hold on. Pulling it up right now,
Use the
guys.
one that I sent you last.
Yes. Sorry, Inkpa, that you're not able to pull it up.
Oh, it's all right.
Is this what you're wanting?
Not that one.
Okay, not that one. That's the one I've got. If it's not that one, then let me see here. I saw something else though. Hold on. Okay, that was from, I was actually looking at the one from Russell. Here we go. I'm pulling up the one that Ken sent me last. I'm sorry, guys.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, perfect.
And then, yeah, I'll just kind of go through a little bit of what I do. So, hello,
Yeah.
everybody. My name's Inkpa Mani. I'm a painter, sculptor, and drawer in multiple forms. I'm a Minnesota-based indigenous artist. So I'm Tarahumara and Mexica, which is Aztec from northern Mexico. Our family was exiled out of Tenochtitlan, and then we moved north into Arizona. And then in World War II, our family was exiled back into Mexico, into Jalisco, into Jalostatotolean. But I live in Minnesota. I've grown up here in Minnesota. I'm 25 years old, and I really just see this as a great opportunity to diversify what it means to be an artist and kind of give an opportunity to others to kind of in my community to see what this is about and how to be at the forefront of technology and you know what's going on with this project. So if you click the next image. So this is some of my artwork. A lot of my work is based on storytelling, portions of my identity and how I was raised. I was raised in Minnesota and in South Dakota. My stepdad is Dakota Sioux. So a lot of my artwork reflects on stories and my upbringing. The next image, the next slide, is portraits based on people in my community. And it really looks and it is interested on conversations about how do we identify who we are, how do we use our names, and contemporary portraiture of what do we look like today. You know, I think about a lot of images of Native people today are often of the past. And this is my way of looking at that and putting forward my artistic sensibility and my thoughts and my work into the digital age, into being able to sell this type of work as well. And the next one is just a continuation of the series where it's portraits of, again, people in my community. The one on the left is my grandmother who started the tribal school of which I work at, and it's the first tribal school in the nation. In 1978, tribal schools were outlawed, and any Native American person living in the United States wasn't able to practice their own religion or teach their own children what they wanted to. But I come from a family of innovators, and that's really why I'm drawn to this to Tectum, is because they're innovating, they're doing something new. And in my culture, that that's something that we hold on to traditions, but we're always looking for the future and looking for the future generations and how are they going to benefit from something, how are they going to advance where we come from. So this is how I'm thinking about my artwork. How can I advance what I'm doing? How can I leave a sizable impact for my generations, but also bring in other people with me, part of my community, to be able to become merchants, to be able to distribute what they're making as well. This next slide is another painting, and this one's called My Grandmother's Dream. And one of the styles of artworks that I work or participate in is called ledger art, which I take these antique historical documents. They can range from the 1860s to the 1920s, and they're just everyday documents that were used for business transactions. And these business transactions, why they're so important for me to directly use them, is because a lot of these documents were made at a time when people of color weren't allowed to use these businesses. They were either outlawed or discriminated against to not use these businesses. You can go to the next slide. So you can see again in the image on the right, the use of that ledger account. And I think like, especially Tectum, in the way that this soft note is used has a correlation of how I think about art and the incorporation of these documents. This is me, again, evolving and rethinking and imagining what can my artwork do in a contemporary sense. You can go to the next one. So this one, just kind of telling you a little bit about my artwork. This image is based on the Sioux Buffalo story of how corn was created. The next image is part of a solo and group show that I was part of, where I painted the wind. So I used historical accounts of the wind spirit that span several thousand generations. And the show was based on about contemporary depictions of our spiritual beliefs, and where do they come from? How do we see them today? And that's one of the things I think about is how can we create artwork today that reflects our past existence, these concepts that we've inherited or these spiritual beliefs that we've grown up with, and how can we make them modern day? So I sat in a site and where I live and sat there for the last couple seasons and basically did an abstraction of the wind through my landscape. The next image again is using that ledger art, and the one on the left is actually a banknote from 1888 from Nevada. It's $30, but this is how I'm thinking about the connections between Tectum and my work of creating artwork that is directly on these documents, but thinking in a new and contemporary way. And the image on the left is of a Lakota Sioux man named Cut Hands. And the one on the right is based off of a story from the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation, where a grandmother dyed her white wool dress with choke cherries. And
if I could just pop in here, if we think about what we do at Tectum, how we use our blockchain, how we use that ledger to further the future. I was really touched that this is an example of that, of what we can do in the future. We can take the past and do something wonderful with it. And that's really what the tie-in between SoftNotes and Inca would be. So Inca is going to explore our NFT project as that's launched and released.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So welcome. This is a great moment. I think for a little bit we're going to be giving early merchants the opportunity to introduce themselves on the call. But thank you again, Inkpa. We want to open up the call now to questions and answers or Q&A here based on what Mark had to say, and I see that there's a bunch of questions in the chat here. Oh, looked like there was more than there are. Mark, have you gone through any of these questions?
No, not at all. No, we went straight to Inkpa. So let me go ahead and stop the screen share real quick, and we'll get into some of these questions. Inkpa, our time obviously is limited, so we appreciate you coming on, and unfortunately we're kind of running out of time as far as like everything you want to talk about, but if you want to come back, feel free and we'll discuss more. Appreciate you coming on, and always love all of our community members. We're all different. We all have different expressions, and this is just another example of that. So thank you.
Yeah, definitely. And if you would like to see more of my art, you can just find me on Instagram and Facebook under Inkpa Art. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, put it in the chat, by the way, if you want to. Inkpa, don't hesitate.
Definitely put your links here, bud. Good stuff.
Okay, chat's pretty lively tonight, so let me go ahead and try to go through. I'm looking for questions. If I don't get your question, then just repost it. I apologize if I've overlooked it. But Samuel says, is Tectum going to be listed on CoinGecko too? Also, is Tectum going to be audited? Definitely going to be listed on CoinGecko eventually. It's just a matter of time. I mean, that's just all part of the process, but you know, CoinMarketCap came first. And of course, we know that CoinGecko will eventually follow. I can't give you a timeline on that, but it will happen. As far as is Tectum going to be audited, the audit process has something that David's really been a big part of. What do you have to say about that, Dave?
Well, there's different kinds of audits, right? So you've got your forensic audit and there's a security audit. So we're currently in the process of a security audit. The problem that we were facing, just to, in the interest of transparency, is our technology was built using Delphi, which is kind of old school. It's very stable, but it's an old school technology. A lot of the newer security guys out there don't mess with that. So we've had to find a reputable company that does that, and we have, and the code has been shared with them, so they're currently in the process of doing that audit. Otherwise, it would have been done already. So if you're asking about a security audit, that's happening shortly thereafter. We'll be moving into a kind of a forensic audit for the valuation of our company. So those are two separate audits there. So hopefully that addresses Samuel's question. Going to be listed everywhere once everything is in full force. I think that might have been, is that a question or is that an answer?
No, it's just people chatting. Okay, so let's look here. We have the CoinMarketCap says here, please follow this link and bookmark. Make sure that you set up a CoinMarketCap account if you haven't already, and participate in the chat and put it on your watch list and help us get the word out. That's one of the ways that we can get more traffic to our project. So that's always a good thing. Looking for more questions. Okay, Kevin Pate, what is the difference between TET and TEC? Okay, that was explained on the last AMA. So you want to go back to that, Kevin? Alex actually came on and explained it. So please go back to the last AMA. It is recorded. It's on our channel, and you can go back and listen to that, because that explanation is there.
But
Otherwise,
just to give a quick answer to anybody who just wants a quick answer, as best as I can say, is that, you know, the TET is the token, the tech is the coin, and the coin is connected to node owners. So if you operate a node with their company, that's something that you're kind of pegged to see the value of the coin. But nobody else needs to be concerned with the tech. But you can, if you want a more detailed description, I would do what Mark said and hop on the last AMA, because if you missed that, you know, Alex had a rare opportunity to come on the call. You know, he's 7 hours away from us on the East Coast here, so you do the math there. At what time? It's in the middle of the night, 3 or in AM or so. But he did a great explanation of tech, and I think he might have gotten into lossless, if I'm not mistaken. So that's definitely a good call to listen to.
okay, Kevin Pate also says this would be a node on the Tectum blockchain. What does it take to operate a node? Dave?
Here's what I would suggest. It's more of an investor position with us. If you're interested, reach out to me at David Track, and we can have a conversation about that. So it's best to do that at David Track on Telegram.
Andreas has been answering questions. Thanks, Andreas. We appreciate you, buddy. Let's see here. When you make a purchase of SoftNotes, Inkpa Money could make SoftNotes NFTs. Yeah, that's right, Al. Inkpa could actually make SoftNote NFTs with his art. That is true.
I got to be honest with you. Inkpa will probably like this. I forwarded the link to my parents because they love that artwork, that kind of artwork. It's all over their place, so they're gonna love his stuff. So
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Okay. What is coming?
Make sure they pay on SoftNotes, David.
That's, I don't even think my parents understand what a soft note is. It's right over their heads, but we'll make it happen.
So Boosh had a question. What is Tectum trying to accomplish with NFT/digital art? How do SoftNotes and NFT correlate? You know, you're going to be able to use, when we create an exchange, for instance, if we created an NFT exchange where SoftNotes are used, you can buy NFTs with SoftNotes rather than with, for instance, Ethereum or Bitcoin or any other currency, right? You can do it instantly and free of fees, which is obviously the advantage there. So that would be part of like an exchange that we can create in the future. Obviously that's not coming soon, but that's in the future. You know, we can do anything with
But with the
SoftNotes.
soft notes, yeah, with the soft note, you'll be able to NFT your own soft note. So if you create, you know, you have artwork or your child drew something that you're proud of, you want to put it on a soft note, we'll be developing an ecosystem to you know, kind of a secondary and tertiary markets to resell those. So there'll be an NFT Tectum ecosystem that will be ultimately created in our own metaverse. So there's a lot of cool stuff that's going to be happening with the NFTs.
Yep.
In your wallet,
Yep.
in your Tectum wallet.
The other thing that you can do, or that we will be doing with NFTs, when you create an NFT, we can actually break this down, that NFT down into shares. So, for instance, Manny with his artwork, right now it's a one-on-one sale. He will make an art piece and sell that as a commission, and that's a one and done situation. Well, if you make it an NFT and you break that into shares, you can actually take that art piece, that digital artwork, break it down into a number of pieces and resell that. Those things can, as Mark alluded to, will be on an exchange and you can trade those for value. What I love about the NFT idea is currently when you have on art, you don't get the story. But since we can put all types of digital information inside of SoftNotes, inside of the SoftNote NFT, we can have the stories, we can have the videos, we can have the making of, kind of like on a DVD where you get the extra features. Of the SoftNote NFT will allow those extra features. So you'll be able to sell them like SoftNotes. You'll be able to break it down into shares, just like SoftNotes are broken down into shares, and you'll be able to exchange them. It really gives life to NFTs.
Mm-hmm. Good point, Ken. Good job. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Tom is asking here, is there a new video on the minting process? The example tonight was great, but it went pretty fast. Hey, listen, first of all, this was recorded, so you can go back to that. But no, we're going to have tutorials about everything. You're going to have a tutorial on.
There is a video. I'm sorry, Mark.
Is it finished?
I think because of the time delay, there is a finished video. I'm trying to locate where it is, but apparently Andrew did create a video. I think he may have been working with Michael on that. So I got notice that it was completed. So as soon as we've got that, I think we'll just send it out to the member list.
Excellent. Excellent.
So be on the lookout.
And it should be posted on the website, you know, eventually, where people can go to the
And on the
website and see all the
website, yep.
tutorials. Yeah. Yep.
In our YouTube
Okay.
channel.
They've been talking about Coin Catapult, by the way, and there's links there for people to set up your account and vote on there. So do that too, folks. Definitely. Don't see any other questions right now. What's next, Dave?
Well, I'm actually logging into our YouTube channel just to make sure, because I'm always forgetting that we got that. Seeing if there's any questions on there. Here we go.
Hey, Mark, this is Kevin.
Yep.
I sent you a bunch of questions, remember, last week, but I'm on my phone right now, so I can't really type them in.
Okay.
Can you look at the Telegram chat that we had and sort of go through some of them at least, if you got time?
Yeah. Some of these, here's the thing, I would love to, but here's what you got to realize about these questions. And I've kind of decided maybe it'd be good for us to kind of go back through them together, like you and I. Maybe we'll have a conversation, because one of the challenges of it is that some of your questions, all of them actually, are very like really detailed and might take like a really long time. And plus I might be able to just point you to some information you can go to rather than bring it all up here, because it would just take a lot of time to go through it.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what we can do. Because it has a lot to do with like the life of SoftNotes and the process and things like that. And I also want to refer you, Kevin, have you read the pitch deck yet? The SoftNote pitch deck by chance?
I have, but it's been a while.
Okay. Okay. I would also recommend you go back through that too, and then maybe we can have a conversation tomorrow. Maybe we can just hook up and just have a conversation if that's all right with you.
Yeah, I'll get in touch with you in the afternoon.
Okay, excellent, excellent. You bet, buddy. Any other questions at all? It says, should we already be talking to merchants to get them on board? Tanya just asked that. What do you think about that, Dave? Should we be talking to
Absolutely.
merchants right now
Yeah.
to get them on board? Okay.
Listen, look, we will be setting up ISOs. It's a little, in a sense, premature, but at the same time, we welcome it. So it's just between us. This is kind of intimate. It's a small group here that's attending these. I don't know how many people are listening to it, but look, if you have merchants that you can sign up, let me know at David Track. What we'll do is we'll send them out an agreement. We currently have two ways to onboard merchants. One, there's kind of a special program that we have in house. But if you want to become an ISO with our company, it doesn't matter if you're a one person, shop. Reach out to me and we will set you up as an ISO so that you can be tied to that merchant as they come on board and be connected to the earnings in that 1%. So certainly.
Right. I mean, don't forget there's a referral plan. There's a reward plan for people that refer people to Tectum. So if you were to go into a merchant and talk to them about SoftNotes and receiving Bitcoin as a merchant, not only can you set up a merchant account with them, but you can also get them to purchase during the pre-sale and get credit for that. You can earn the 10% reward bonus for referring people to Tectum.
Hey, Mark, if I could share a vision.
Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah. So and this is, of course, folks, not financial advice, but how I look at it as if you could imagine your wallet as your business and run that wallet just like you would a business. It's going to benefit everyone. It's going to benefit you personally, the more people that can use your SoftNotes. And if that ecosystem is near you, it's going to benefit you further. And so it will benefit you to take a look at the ISO, the independent sales agent system that we have, so that you have the ability to get more SoftNotes circulation. Not only that, but you also have the ability, let's just say you're minting, but you can't quite fill all your SoftNotes yet. You have the ability with a merchant to perhaps fill them with liquidity, and then you both share in those percentage points. So the more mass adoption that each of us can foster, the better. And getting out and knocking on door, getting out and contacting merchants and having them hang signs in the windows that SoftNotes are accepted here are only going to help you further your business.
Yep, excellent point.
Right. So listen, it all helps in the sense to kind of pitch in, right? But as a reminder, as Mark had mentioned, we do have the referral program if you want to refer customers to Tectum for the token sale, which is currently paused right now as we're getting ready to roll out the new pricing. It's our soft cap moved from $2.50. Now we're at $3. But we do actually have a special pricing if you're interested during this pause, really for our existing members. So just reach out to us if you're interested in purchasing tokens now. But besides the referral, if you're interested in becoming an ISO or a merchant or both, either way, reach out to me at David Track on Telegram. Again, you can earn as an ISO. So just reminding everybody.
Tanya asked, will you be getting back to those interested in being an ISO? So that was just kind of what you mentioned.
Yeah, exactly.
You pretty much answered that. Excellent. Yep. Okay, any other questions at all? What first steps do you have to take to be a node holder?
Talk to me at David Track.
To David.
That's the first.
To David.
That's the first step.
Track down David.
TRACK. Track down David Track, and we will have a conversation.
Yep. Hey, we appreciate you too, Boosh.
We absolutely. Have you guys noticed? Listen, the last few calls was about 20 people, 19 people. Today we had, I think, about 36, 37 people. And there's kind of a buzz happening right now, a little bit of a groundswell between listing on CoinMarketCap, the press that's coming out, the fact that we have a clear path to listing. And I'm going to share something. One of the members reached out to me. We've been having a conversation. He said that somebody wanted to sell his Tectum tokens to him, 600 tokens for, I'm sorry, 1,550 tokens for $600. And he was getting ready to buy it. And then the guy heard the news about the coin market cap, and he's like, no, forget it. Deal's off. And it just goes to show you, things are happening. You know, we can say everything, you know, we can talk all day long, but people like to see action. And there's the buzz is happening. People are realizing that, you know, what we've been saying really is true. We've been behind the scenes, hard at work. The bot is working, which is really the engine to everything that we've got. And people know. They know, and it's starting to catch on. We're getting picked up by different articles after articles. People are writing about us. Things are happening, and you can, even though the market has been dead, nothing's happening. You can feel that things are happening here at Tectum. So I'm just excited to see that our call is growing, and we expect even more next time around. So you know,
Absolutely.
we'll have that video out to you guys too.
Anybody have any other questions at all?
Yes, good evening. I'm Meduti,
Mhm.
and you guys are doing an excellent job. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Look, my question is it possible that we can bring on board an existing team of, you know, people that's already in the business, and like they could, well, not in this business, but in another business that needs a workable cryptocurrency to
Mhm.
move forward? Is that remotely possible?
I'm trying to understand the question. So if you
Yeah,
give me an example of what you mean.
Okay. Can I call you offline? Is your number still the same, Mark?
It's under Mark Ross Winning. So if you go to Telegram, you'll find me on Mark Ross Winning.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna call you offline. That way we can go into greater details, so I could be
Okay.
more. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Sounds great. Excellent. Looking forward
All
to it.
right.
Awesome. Awesome. Anybody else have any other questions at all?
But I love the way Meduti's thinking, you know?
Oh yeah, for
Look,
sure.
we've created this awesome tool for the people. You know, we're putting financial freedom, financial power, the future of the entire digital commerce in your hands. Make with it what you will. You now have the power. We're taking the power away from so many people, and we're a disruptor. And so what you do with it, you guys are the new explorers. What you do with it, you know, I can't wait to see.
Absolutely, man. We're with you 100%. Thanks, Ken.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Everybody's
stuff.
going to become their own Federal Reserve.
Yeah, really.
The old guard is moving out. The new guard's coming in.
A question, Mark.
Sure.
I see, like you say, like the next pre-sale. When you say next pre-sale, it will be like a different price going on, or the same?
Yeah, the new price is $3. It was $2.50 in the last offering. It's it's 500,000 tokens each offering, and it goes up 50 cents at at the end of each offering. So the new offering is $3.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Anybody else have any questions? Not sure who's coming in, like it's can't hear you. It just kind of sounds really weird. Is that is that GTP speaking? Is that what that is? I can't. Oh, it's Al.
No, it's
Price.
Al. Yep.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, Al. We can't
That's
hear you,
comical.
buddy. Is that wasn't Al doing that before one time where it was like sounding long, kind of weird?
Yeah.
He's
Was that
got
was
the
Albert
chip
Price
mark.
talking?
Yeah,
He's been at a board meeting earlier.
chipmunk
Okay.
filter.
Yeah, he's got the chipmunk filter, right? Exactly.
Well, I would say this
Even
to.
Alvin and Chipmunks.
I
Look at
hope
what
I,
Everett said.
I hope I say this name right. It says, is that an O like Cotteretti? Cotteretti? Is that right? Okay. I could not understand properly your slang, so please demo by video presentation how to convert TET SoftNotes procedure, limits, as well as price movement calculations. Okay. There will be some excellent tutorials that you'll be able to go through, Cotteretti, so don't worry. That's coming for you. You'll have what
Yeah.
you need. Bush says, why is there a wait in between soft caps now? To just kind of build excitement. Give people an opportunity to marinate a little bit.
We also, an email was supposed to have gone out. I haven't seen it, but it was supposed to have gone out to just the members, to give the members an opportunity to get special pricing as well.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yes.
you know, we've turned this off to the outside public. You would have to know to be able to reach us about it. So really, the only ones that know about this or should know about it are existing members. But I'm curious, has anybody received an email about the fact that we have
Meduti,
halted the
I
sale?
bear witness that I have received that email.
You have received it.
I have.
Okay. Oh, very good. Very good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, Everett says even Alvin and the Chipmunks are interested in Tectum. That's true, Everett. Everyone's going to show up eventually.
Sure. There you go. Critical mass.
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
Hey,
guys,
Mark-
again, I can't, well, let me say this real quick. The, it's inspiring to see people coming into the community, even like Inkpa, you know, whether you like it or into what he does, that's not the point. The point is people are engaging and people are, you know, we invite everybody from all walks of life to come in and participate. And I think it's pretty neat that he showed up. It's really cool. But you know, this market, as we all know, things are just so slow right now. And it's kind of neat to see the buzz forming already. Wait till the market comes. I mean, in my opinion, again, not financial advice or anything like that, but I gotta say, it's looking really, really promising when things turn around and the bulls return to the market and everything. So just be patient, you know, just hang back and keep participating and get in there and start. And that's what I've got to do this week, is I've got to really get in there and get familiar with SoftNotes, get into the SoftNote bot, start getting familiar with it, start sharing SoftNotes with people and bringing people to our AMAs and introducing them, because we are evolving and things are happening. So it's really exciting. Ken, you had something you wanted to say. Go ahead.
Sorry, I have ADD. I forgot the entire subject matter.
You're too much like me. You're way too much like me. If it comes back to you, let us know.
Yeah.
I got you, brother. Okay.
It'll come back as soon as we disconnect, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
hey, Mark, I have a really quick question. This is Kevin.
Okay.
I thought a while back in AMA or on the Telegram channel that it was going to be listed initially at $7.60, but then more recently it's at the last soft cap price when you list, which is
right. It's going to be the last price of the soft cap in which we listed or in which we offered. it wouldn't make sense to go, you know, too high in terms of bringing out the listing, because, you know, during the pre-sale, our members are gonna take it to where they want to take it, right? And then we're gonna list it, but it's a long ways off, and when it happens, we'll just cross that bridge when we get there. But it's definitely not gonna be like above where we last offered. We wouldn't do that. Wouldn't make sense.
Hey, Mark, I am reminded
What-
of what I was going to mention. If you could share the link to the bot in the Telegram chat, there's a couple of new people who I'm sure would like to sign up, especially since Oliver did that awesome presentation on how it works and that they can actually use it now.
Yep. Any other questions at all? Were we gonna ask questions tonight, Dave?
When I open my back office, like the Tectum, if you want to buy, you can't buy, and it said like to put your name on a waiting list. I'm not sure what it really means by that.
Does it do that now, Dave? There's a waiting list for people that go to their back office and try to buy Tectum tokens. Is that true? First I heard of it.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
yeah,
true.
we're not.
We are not
Yeah,
allowing.
we're not. We are not selling to the public right now.
No, but like in my back office, when I say like purchase Tectum, it won't allow me to purchase, but the option is just to pre-sale waiting
Ah.
list.
Yes,
Yes.
That
that
gives us
is
the option to
correct.
get on the waiting list.
But if you get the email, everybody should have gotten an email that lets you know that there is a way to purchase. It's a special just for the members, as I was mentioning. So if you get that when you get that email, just respond to that email, and somebody from our sales department will reach out to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm getting on the waiting list myself, guys. Doing it right now.
Exactly.
I am now on the waiting list. Exciting. All right.
Yeah, we can't buy
Were
it
we
either.
gonna
David, if you
ask
look-
questions tonight, Dave?
David, if you look at the
That
chat,
is-
there's several of us that didn't get the email.
Yeah. Resend the email, they're saying. So
Yeah.
let's just make sure Andrew knows. He needs to resend it.
I am curious. Let's see here. If we get into the chat, does it list the people who didn't get it? Can you resend it? Okay, so Kevin's been with us for a while, so I'd imagine, you know, I didn't get it either, and I should be in that list. So I'll get with Andrew to make sure that he resends that. Yeah. Okay. Do we know how many days are left on that countdown timer?
4 days,
Anybody know
6
offhand?
hours.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. All right. So that'll be two things on the agenda list: is get that video out to everybody along with the email. Maybe we'll combine them together.
Yeah, lots of people didn't get it, so
Thank
we'll
you.
make sure. We'll make sure to resend it out for
Yeah.
sure. You'll get it.
So how long
Yep,
for the
absolutely.
special discount deal for the soft notes?
4 days, 6 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, lots of people. Okay. Thanks for the feedback, guys.
Yeah, really appreciate it. It's
We'll
very
send
helpful.
it again for sure.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely.
That's
You got
it.
that right. You got that right. Madudi, reach out to me tomorrow. I apologize. It's getting late where I am tonight, and we have such earlier hours during the school year. The kids need to get to bed and everything. So please reach out to me tomorrow. And where are you located, by the way, again? Remind me.
Central Florida.
Oh, really? Okay. Excellent. Yep. Just reach out to me tomorrow.
What's the best time for you tomorrow, Mark?
You know what? I would say, I mean, I'm usually up and around probably by at least 9 a.m. So 9
Sounds
a.m.
good.
Central time. And I'm Central time. So, because I'm in Missouri.
Okay, so I guess that would be about noon my time.
No, no,
'Cause
that
I'm
would be,
Eastern.
yeah,
No,
Eastern.
only
So
1
you're
hour
just an hour
difference.
later. Yeah. So that would be like 10 a.m. your time.
Okay, sounds good. I'll call you then, Mark. Thank you.
Sounds great. You bet.
Hey, Mark, can I show you, share this with you guys? real quick?
Sure. Sure.
All right, so this is the process. Let me go back into this.
You doing a screen share?
Yeah, I'll share.
Okay.
If I
Thank
can
you.
find Screen, start now. If I can get it to work. I can, but it's not working for me. But when you go into
Oh.
there, when you click join your waiting list, you fill out, you can scroll down a little bit. You'll fill out your name, last name, email, and when you select Tectum wallet, it'll ask you if you have a wallet or yes. It'll be yes or no. If you say yes, that's when you get the email sent to you. That's why only certain people have gotten that email.
Makes sense now.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you have to fill that out
Okay.
to get this special pricing and all that information.
That was not what we had agreed to. Thank you for sharing that, Eddie. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Andrew
Welcome.
was actually supposed to send out an initial email, but I guess he hasn't yet. Maybe.
Yeah, that was supposed to go out to all the members.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not sure how that didn't happen.
Yeah,
But it will
I'll
happen
get with him.
soon.
He's in rush. Yes.
So do we
It's
need,
the middle of the night for him. Say that again, Albert.
No, nigga.
do we need to do something or not?
Who just asked that?
That was Kevin.
Yeah, it was Kevin.
No, I mean you can do what Eddie had just said if you want to, but I will make sure that Andrew sends out an email tomorrow to everybody.
Okay. I wasn't
So
looking
you
close.
shouldn't have to do something. Oh, no worries. So you shouldn't have to do anything. Everybody should be getting an email tomorrow. I'll make sure he sends it out. Sound good?
Sounds good.
I started thinking that nobody could hear me.
No,
Checking
we
my
can hear you,
connection.
buddy.
Okay.
No, but, go ahead, Mark.
No, that was Dave, but you go ahead again.
I was just going to, Dave, I think Mark asked about questions.
Yeah, well,
That's up to you guys.
Did you guys want to do that? You want to have another giveaway?
Why not? No, yeah, you can't ask that and not do it.
That, that's exactly
those-
what I was thinking. I was like, if I'm going to ask it, then I'm going to do it, right?
Right. I mean, listen, for those 25 people who, well, minus the 3 of us here or 4 of us, so it's about 20 or so members that hung on to this call. That's a special they get just for being here. We didn't put our heads together for questions. We were so caught up in a few other issues with behind the scenes. But do you have any questions offhand? Mark, Ken?
Yeah,
Albert?
where does everybody
Eddie?
go for the bot? What's the bot address?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Juan?
Way to go, Juan.
Job, Juan.
Winner,
Man,
winner.
Juan always gets at least one.
At least. Good job, Juan.
Make sure you write those down, Mark, on who's winning, okay?
Yep, doing it now. We have Juan as our first winner.
Everybody but Juan. Well, I mean, that's how I do the contest, but anybody, anybody, what's Inkpa's, I believe he put his Instagram address. What is his Instagram address? Who's scrolling fastest?
Is that Juan again? Yeah, looks like Juan hit it again, didn't he?
He gave us
No.
ours.
Good
We're
job,
He
asking
gave us
for
ours. You're asking for Inkpa's. Yeah, you're asking for
Inkpa Manny Art. What's that Instagram ID? Boosh. I just like saying your name. Boosh.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, but Jennifer has it, right?
It's almost like boom.
Oh,
Jennifer
who's
beat
first?
him.
Oh.
Jennifer Wisdo. That's a new one, Jennifer. Great to have you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Is it Wisdo or Wisdo? I guess you're probably not going to tell me, but you got one. You got 10 tokens, Jennifer. Congratulations. All righty then. All righty. So what do, well, let me see. I don't know if I should
Mark?
ask that.
Mark, we got a little bit of a problem here. Okay, so Jennifer answered the question, SoftNote Bot, that was actually after Juan had given that answer. Did you realize that? The second question was the Inca.
Yeah, but one
Website.
gave the Instagram for hours.
No. The question prior to that was the SoftNote Bot address.
Right. And then Jennifer was second
Which one?
place to
Which one?
that. Yeah.
Yes.
But Jennifer was first place
The
to
next-
Inkpa.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm sorry. Hey, congrats, Jennifer. Sorry.
Yeah, you just
I did
about
not
took
see
her
that.
SoftNotes, or you just about took her Tectum tokens. Way to
I
go. Just
I
about
was
Dave
looking
the
at the wrong
reverse
one.
Santa
Sorry about
Claus.
that.
Yeah.
I'm the Grinch. All right, sorry about that. Okay.
What's another question? Because we're just doing
What-
this on the fly right now.
I'll think of one. Yeah. Where did we just get listed?
Great question.
Boosh.
Coin market.
Boosh is the winner.
Uh-oh.
There you go. Boosh.
All right, Boosh, we got you one, boy. Good job.
Awesome.
All righty.
Hey, if everybody
Should
can
we
follow
do-
up who won to Dave at David Track with your contact information, include your name, your Telegram ID, and your email. Any other info, Dave?
That's it?
And we know we've got some tokens coming to Oliver.
Yep.
Oliver, congratulations. Great help tonight. We love you, buddy.
Yeah, really, that was awesome, Oliver. Oliver
Okay,
knew
now
how to mint.
here's a question. And this is purely an estimate. Again, not a prediction. But once we're listed on Bitmart, if our market cap goes to 100,000, or no, let's say it goes to 100 million, what would be the price, minimum price of the Tectum token at $100 million market cap?
100?
Math is hard.
Juan got it. That would bring us to a $10 potential Tectum token with a $100 million market cap. So congratulations, Juan. That's 2 for you, buddy. Way to be quick there.
Although I do like Everett's answer
Good job,
better.
buddy.
All right, one more question. Who's got one? One more question. One more. When did I say that Tectum was founded? What year?
2017.
Man, Juan, come on, buddy. You got 3. Juan was quick. You got it, Juan. And then someone spoke up. Who was that spoke up?
Galendi Maxi.
All right, Gerlindy.
Mhm.
I'm gonna send you 10 tokens too.
Thank you, Mark.
You bet. So that means we actually had 6 winners tonight. Just make sure again that you guys get your information over to David. And I'll make sure that he has your information. Well, I mean, not your information necessarily, but your name. And that's all we have for tonight. But thanks to everyone for coming on. This has been a great call, very active, and
Yeah,
really had a good time. This is awesome.
it pays to stay.
Yes, it does. So we will see you guys on the next AMA. Thanks a lot for coming on. We'll see you next Monday night. You guys all have a great week.
Thank you, guys. Look out for an email coming your way.
Have a great night, guys.
Take care, everybody.
Have a great night. Thanks
You
all
too.
for
Everybody.
participating.
Yep. We'll see y'all later.
Thank you, everybody.
See ya. See ya.
Great training.
I see you.